Hi, I'm Anita Manley from Ottawa, Ontario. Well, I had a very solid upbringing. I was adopted into a wonderful, loving family. Things started going astray when I went to university. By the time Christmas came along, I had fallen into a deep, deep depression and had my first suicide attempt. I spent my 21st birthday in the hospital. I recovered from this depressive episode, was married, we had two lovely daughters. Around 2000, I started having these delusions. I thought that everybody that I knew, my children, all of my family, all of my friends, had these transceivers in their ears. Nobody knew how to communicate with me because I believed these delusions to be true, and they were always arguing with me and saying I was paranoid and that wasn't really happening. And it was really very scary, very confusing. And my children were put into full custody with their dad. My psychiatrist put me on a form, and basically the police showed up at my door. It was a really scary time for me. They took me to the hospital for psychiatric evaluation, but I refused all treatment, so they discharged me to the street, and I ended up being homeless for the next several years. What happened is I was in the shelter and I was causing a disturbance. They transferred me to the Royal Ottawa Mental Health Care Centre. I was really fortunate at the time to land there. What my psychiatrist asked me was, do you ever want to see your children again? And I was like, it just was a shock to me. Of course I want to see my children again. You know, I love my children dearly. And she says, well, then you're going to have to accept our treatment and we're going to get you better. The Royal has been a wonderful source of connectivity for me. And I also reconnected recently with my oldest daughter. It was amazing being at her wedding, seeing her so happy. I was honored to be able to give a little speech at her wedding. I facilitate a journaling group. I volunteer as a peer supporter. I'm a peer facilitator. I'm also a patient advisor, and I'm a mental health advocate. My toolkit involves exercise, healthy eating, getting and giving support. I take my medications, and I'm part of a knitting group. It's tough to ask for help. Sometimes it takes time, and sometimes, like me, it takes hitting rock bottom. It's been an honor and a privilege to be named a Face of 2019, and the people that I've met have been absolutely extraordinary. All isn't lost, and you can rebuild your life. There is lots and lots of hope. People do and can recover, and hold on, pain ends.